So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of our Prospect Rebuild series, and today it's Kel'el Ware to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat used the number 15 overall selection in the 2024 NBA draft to select Kel'el Ware out of Indiana. He is ultimately a player that I think is going to fit very, very well in the Miami system. It is hard to find a player these days that does not fit well in the Miami system, but he had an absolutely fantastic summer league. It looks like he's going to be a seamless fit next to Mr. Bam Adebayo, and I really like this pick quite a bit. He looks like a guy who can be NBA ready basically on day one, and I think that's kind of the exact kind of prospect the Miami Heat needed. So we are very excited about this one today. I think this is a Miami team that certainly wouldn't say had the best offseason ever. I absolutely loved their draft, but this is a team that definitely still needs some work to hopefully get Jimmy and the team championship. And as you guys can tell, I am here at pick number 15. You might be asking yourself, well, what happened to the 13th and 14th overall picks in the draft? And the answer to that question is very, very simple. Kings took Devin Carter at number 13. I actually already did a Devin Carter Sacramento Kings rebuild, and then I did another one when they actually added DeMar DeRozan. So there's already technically two Kings offseason rebuilds. I wasn't going to do a third. And then if you're asking about Bub Carrington, was drafted by the Trailblazers, then traded to the Wizards. He was already included in the deal, in the rebuild, for Alex Sarr in the Washington Wizards. So those two are done. We have now moved outside the lottery. I don't really know how much longer we're going to keep doing these, but you guys let me know down below in the comment section, of course, with any other rebuild ideas. Let's get into this one. This rebuild is going to go the way all of the offseason rebuilds and prospect rebuilds have gone so far. It is going to be 5 seasons with, of course, the end goal being bringing this team and this franchise a championship, no matter how much I despise them. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this Miami Heat roster. As we mentioned, this was a team that didn't make, a major shakeup this offseason. They have a relatively talented roster. Obviously, we all know about playoff Jimmy and all that fun stuff. So this is a team that really just kind of needs to click, kind of get everything right. And I think they definitely can be back in the mix in the Eastern Conference. So let's start out here at the point guard spot. Scary Terry Rozier was acquired near the deadline last year in a deal with the Charlotte Hornets. They sent out Kyle Lowry. They got Scary Terry. Was injured for the majority of their, playoff run, if you will. I think it was a neck injury, which is actually pretty scary. But he is somebody who I think is a solid point guard option for us here today. Of course, 30 years old. We don't know if he'll be here the entire 5 years, but nice veteran presence here at our 1. You got Josh Richardson behind him. Josh Richardson is a guy who's been on many NBA teams. He's a nice, solid role player. I think I might look to maybe upgrade that backup point guard spot, but nothing set in stone. He is a decent option, I guess I will say. Shooting guard spot, Tyler Hero. A lot of people have varying opinions on him. I think Tyler Hero is a very, very good basketball player. I know he has been in quite a few trade talks, and obviously the Miami Heat have not decided to move on from him yet, so we will see what we do here today, but of course at only 24 years old and an 86 overall, there's still a lot of room for growth there. Brought in Alec Burks on a 1-year deal this offseason. Will be a nice rotation piece of the team, good veteran presence. I think Eric Spoelstra will do a pretty good job with him here if he's coming off the bench. Obviously Duncan Robinson, his career in Miami has been an interesting one, to say the least. It has been up and downs. At times he's getting DNP'd in the playoffs, and other times he is hitting threes like he is prime Steph Curry. It's actually insane. So I'm not sure what we'll do. Obviously, you can see here he's our 3rd highest rated shooting guard. So he's kind of 3rd in line right now. We'll figure it out. Pelle Larsson here, 20 years old, 69 overall. Probably butchering the pronunciation of his name, but he is, the 4th guy right now, so we'll see if we end up getting him any minutes. You got a lot of talks about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is now 34 years old, has obviously, been known as a career playoff riser, right, throughout his entire career. This past season was injured in the play-in game against the Philadelphia 76ers, did not participate at all in that first-round loss against the Boston Celtics. Just coming off a year prior where he was a play-in team himself and then went ahead and carried this team all the way to the NBA Finals. So we all know how good Jimmy Butler is, when he wants to be. And he is a player that I think hopefully is going to get a championship at some point in time. So we'll see. He's 34. This is a 5-year rebuild. I'm not making any guarantees, but it'll be year to year with him. Jaime Jaquez Jr., who was an absolutely fantastic selection out of UCLA last season, had a great rookie season. I think was on the all-rookie first team, if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously he was on the older side for rookie, at 22, 23 years old, but he is certainly going to be a bright spot here for us today. You got the power forward spot, Nikola Jovic, Haywood Highsmith, and obviously Kel'el Ware. I am going to find a way to get Ware minutes. This is his rebuild, and I am very, very high on him. I think he is going to be, as I mentioned in the intro, a very nice fit next to Bam Adebayo. Obviously a really solid lob threat. Can be a guy who can play some solid defense, so excited to see what we can do with him here nonetheless. So I like Jovic quite a bit. They're a little bit different types of players, but I think they are probably my 2 power forwards, moving head into this 5-year rebuild. And then we head over to the center spot, Mr. Bam Adebayo, who I still don't think gets enough credit for just how good he is, especially defensively. As much as it pains me to say, as a Celtics fan, I absolutely love watching Bam play. He's very, very exciting. Just really plays the game the right way, right? I mean, he's a guy who really seems like he's selfless and plays really hard-nosed defense. I love players like that. Bam, out of the non-Celtics players, I would say is definitely one of my favorite players in the league. So a lot of love for Bam, man. Excited to see what we're going to be able to do with him here today. They brought back Kevin Love on a 2-year contract, obviously, again, kind of similar to a bunch of guys on this team. Nice veteran presence. We'll see how much longer his career lasts, if you will. And then Thomas Bryant here as well. So that is the team right now. Obviously, we are in off-season number 1, technically, even though we have, gone through the majority of it. We still might have a move or two. If not, I'll just see you guys with the rotation. I just want to make it abundantly clear before we get into our first trade, which we obviously decided to make with the Cleveland Cavaliers, that this is not a realistic rebuild. If this is your first time watching one of my rebuilds, you didn't know that. Just wanted to clear that up because the trade's, not realistic. Here's the first one. It's going to be with the Cleveland Cavaliers, sending out Thomas Bryant and Josh Richardson, 2 guys who are expiring contracts. Richardson obviously getting up there in age, and we are going to make a little bit of an upgrade at our backup point guard spot with Craig Porter Jr., who is 24 years old, a higher overall than Richardson, and on a multi-year contract. Also getting Damian Jones back in this trade. He's not going to be somebody that sees the floor a lot, but obviously doing this trade for Craig Porter Jr. I think that is going to be our one and only kind of trade here heading into year number 1. So unfortunately, one of Robinson or Burks is not going to get minutes. Probably not going to see a lot of minutes for Haywood Highsmith. I know they brought him back this offseason after losing Caleb Martin, but I'm going to go with the young guys who I think have a lot more potential, honestly. So that's the way it's going to go. That's the way it pretty much always goes, though, in these rebuilds. So I'll see you guys at the start of year number 1. Ready to go for our first season here in Miami. On paper, this team is extremely talented, right? Maybe not the best of the best in the East, but we are certainly up there with some of the better teams in that conference. So it is Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic is actually going to get the start. He's at a 77 overall, only 21 years old. I still think there is a lot of upside there, and as much as I really like Ware, and as much as I do think he is going to be an eventual starter every day for this Miami Heat team, we're going with Jovic right now just because this is a team that is in win-now mode, right? You have a 34-year-old Jimmy Butler, 30-year-old Terry Rozier. Got a lot of veterans on the bench. I think it does make sense to play the best, or highest overall anyways. Bam at the center spot. Jaquez is going to be my 6th man. I would like to find a way to get him into this starting 5 eventually. I'm not exactly sure where he'd slide in. I mean, there's an argument to make to maybe play him at the 4, even if he's a little undersized, but he's going to remain my 6th man for now, 22 minutes a night. Alec Burks is going to get some minutes, over Duncan Robinson. I'm not really sure how Miami Heat fans feel about that. Certainly there's some situations that would require Duncan Robinson. You need a big 3-point shot or something like that. He'd be in over Burks, but as of now, regular rotation, it is going to be Burks just because he's a higher overall. Got Kevin Love here as well, the backup center. Craig Porter Jr., who we brought in, and then Kel'el Ware Kel'el Ware, whatever you want to call him, is unfortunately only getting 12 minutes a night right now. If I was in a little bit of a different situation where this team wasn't as win now, if you will, I would probably play him a few more minutes, but 12 minutes a night as a 72 and by far the lowest overall in this rotation, I think that's probably where he just kind of has to be right now. Probably not where he's going to be in real life, but it is where he's going to be here in 2K. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. 44-38. That is how we end our first season here in Miami in terms of the record. It's not crazy unrealistic from what I was expecting with this team. You would have liked to have, been a solidified top 2 seed, but it just wasn't in the cards. So Luka Doncic's first career MVP. It is a 34.5-point triple-double. Ignore that. Dante DiVincenzo, your 6th man of the year. He is in New York. Wemby, your D-boy. Zion Williamson, most improved. Interesting. Steph Curry, your clutch player of the year, and then Nick Nurse, head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. They win 57 ball games, and he takes home coach of the year. So we end up as the 7th seed here. So we're going to be fighting for a play-in spot. Not my favorite, but it is what we are working with right now. It is the reality of our situation, so let's just go ahead and accept where we are. Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, certainly not his strongest season ever. I don't know if we're seeing a little bit of regression out of him. Field goal percentage is up, 3-point percentage is down. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. Scary Terry, Bam Adebayo, Jovic, Jaquez, Burks, Ware, Porter Jr., Love. Solid rookie season out of Ware for the minutes that he had. Now, this is obviously not a proven way to do this, but just for my curiosity, those are his per 36 numbers. Now, obviously not 100% accurate in any way, shape, or form, but it's good to see that, 36 minutes a night, that's what he would have been. Rebounds led by Bam Adebayo, and assists was Jimmy Butler, actually. So, we are facing the Indiana Pacers. We beat them, we're the 7 seed, we lose. We are facing the winner of 9 versus 10. Here is a look at Indiana. Not a lot of major changes, obviously, but this was a team that was in the East Finals last year. You can call it a Cinderella run, call it whatever you want. We are facing a good basketball team. We do end up winning this, meaning we are taking on the New York Knicks here in round 1 of the playoffs. It is Jalen Brunson, obviously an MVP candidate. They added Bridges this offseason, re-signed Anunoby. You got a healthy Randall, Mitchell Robinson, DiVincenzo, Precious Achiuwa, Josh Hart. A really good and really deep team there in New York. So, decent start, split the first 2 on the road, do win 3 at home and 4 at home, and we end up winning this series in a gentleman's sweep. Was not expecting that. We now move on to the 6 seed Milwaukee Bucks, who upset the defending champs in round 1. It is Giannis, Damian Lillard. This is an incredible team. They somehow added KCP in a trade with the Orlando Magic. So another challenge here in round 2. I'd like to get by them as well. Split the first 2 on the road, lose 3 at home, win 4. We now go down 3-2, force game 7. Win game 7. Wow. Is it another, storybook run for Jimmy Butler here in the playoffs as a play-in team? It is us and the Atlanta Hawks here in the Eastern Conference Finals, going from number 1 overall pick to Eastern Conference Finals. Kind of crazy. But, this is their team. You got Reese Shea down here on the bench. And, they're talented. No doubt about it. So here goes nothing in the East Finals. Split the first 2 on the road. Win 3. Lose game 4. Lose game 5. Win 6. And if we do this, we're going back to the NBA Finals. Can we get it done? We do not. No. I don't think we were beating Dallas anyways. Trae Young played absolutely fantastic through this 7-game series, but man, it would have been fun to get back there. So, wow, the Atlanta Hawks, legitimately not technically worst to first because they weren't the worst team in the league last year, but number 1 overall pick to championship. Kind of insane. I'm surprised they beat Dallas. Dallas is a better team in my opinion. LeBron James, 40 years of age, 22 years in the NBA. Officially hanging it up. You'll see Kevin Love is going out here, so he's not going to be brought back, meaning we will have to find ourselves a new backup center. A couple staff retirements, Hall of Fame. Russ also calling it a career. I didn't even see that. Kyle Lowry, who is probably a Hall of Famer. We are not going to have a draft pick this year. I know that for a fact. It is lottery protected. It is heading to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know that because I just did a Thunder rebuild the other day. So our pick is at number 20, and the Thunder will have that. I already checked the protections. It was only lottery protected. Eric Spoelstra, who is the best head coach in basketball, in my opinion, he is going to obviously stay on as our guy, and we will now head up to the draft. I don't think we have any other teams' picks or anything like that. So no picks for us this year, which is fine. I mean, it would have been nice to have drafted somebody, as an 11th man or something, but not the end of the world. All right. Something that is big and something that is going to be, I don't want to say an issue, but a situation that Miami is going to have to deal with very, very soon is going to be the Jimmy Butler future, right? And his future here on this Miami team. 34, 35 years old now, going to be heading into not his final year technically because he does have a player option, but in all likelihood will end up declining that option. Are the Miami Heat in real life actually going to be willing to, pay Jimmy Butler pretty much a max salary probably? So they will have to find that out. I am obviously picking up the options on these two, and I will pick it up on Robinson just because he is a tradable asset here, especially in an unrealistic rebuild. So I am not going to let Jimmy Butler walk out the door. I'm going to pay him. He has kind of one, I guess, real offer, 1 year, $38.5 million from the Golden State Warriors. I think we can probably beat that. So I will offer him the 3-year contract. He will accept the 3-year contract, and I do think right now, just considering the age of our superstar, it is time to force the issue a little bit. Big blockbuster deal here with the Utah Jazz. We are shipping out Scary Terry, Duncan Robinson, and 2 future first-round picks, and we are landing ourselves one Lauri Markkanen. Now, maybe not the exact position we were looking for. Lauri Markkanen, a 7-foot power forward, but ultimately he is going to be a nice upgrade in this starting 5. It may end up hurting the development of Kel'el Ware a little bit, but we're trying to win championships in this rebuild ultimately. So, Scary Rose here. Scary Terry was an expiring deal. So was Robinson. Markkanen obviously has multiple years. Also landing ourselves Jordan Clarkson in this deal, who is certainly a player we could end up hanging on to. Obviously, Alec Burks enters unrestricted free agency. We ended up just trading Duncan Robinson there, so could hang on to Clarkson if we really wanted to, or maybe could reroute him in another deal. So now we have the power forward spot kind of sorted out. It is going to be Markkanen and Ware as my 2 guys moving forward. This now leaves me Jovic and Highsmith potentially to be options to include in a deal if I'm looking for a new starting point guard. I'd like to see if a Tyus Jones addition is possible. He's certainly not a superstar or anything like that, but he would be a nice upgrade at my point guard spot and a similar overall to what we had with Terry Rozier. So Jovic and Highsmith are both being offered in this deal. Although we said a whole bunch of nice things about Nikola Jovic, obviously the Lowry Markkanen addition kind of wipes out his role. So we're going to go ahead and include him in this deal, and they agree to it. So I tried it actually without the first round pick before. It was not happening. I was really, kind of more okay doing this deal because we obviously have a multi-year contract here as well. So at this point in time, I might just kind of roll with it. We might take a look at some new backup center options. Luke Cornett, Christian Wood. This is not my favorite list on the planet. Could bring back Yurtsvin. Also got a guy like Mo Bamba. You actually like the Mo Bamba pickup. Only 27 years of age. I'd actually bring him in on a 2-year deal. He'll probably be my 10th and final guy, but that's not the end of the world. All right, man. We are all set. Obviously, I've upgraded this roster, I'd say pretty significantly. And I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. Last season was pretty good, all things considered. It was not so great in the regular season, 144 games, ended up in the play-in tournament, and then had another really fun and long run all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals where we lost in Game 7. So this offseason, we decided that we wanted to commit further to the win-now mode. Obviously gave up a whole lot of future draft picks, along with some core players on this team, and we now have a team that I really think not only fits well together, but is also more talented than the groups we've had in year past. So here goes nothing. It is Tyus Jones, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Lowry Markkanen, Bam Adebayo. 1 through 5, it is an extremely talented lineup. Bench unit will still be led by now an 85 overall Jaime Jaquez Jr. I really feel like I'm kind of losing out not having him in the starting 5, but we'll sort that out at some point. Kel'el Ware is going to be playing a bigger role. I think he was fantastic for us in his rookie season in the role that he had, and I really want to continue his development. So I know he's not the second highest overall off the bench, but he is getting the second most minutes. Got Jordan Clarkson in here. See a little bit of regression out of him. Not too surprised about that. Craig Porter Jr. And then Mo Bamba rounding out the 10-man rotation, all under head coach Eric Spoelstra. So I expect another, really fun season. Hopefully a little bit of a better regular season record, and hopefully another long playoff run. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. 58-24. That is what I am talking about. A much better regular season. I think it is a safe bet we avoid the play-in, and hopefully you're going to be a top 2 seed here in the East. It is another MVP for Nikola Jokic. It is a triple-double. Nolan Traore, your rookie of the year. 22 points a game. That's insane. Jarris Walker, 6th man. Chet Holmgren is now your D-boy. Walker also wins most improved. Jason Tatum, clutch player of the year. And our guy, Mr. Eric Spoelstra, taking home coach of the year. Okay, it is time for the playoffs, and we are hopefully going to have another long run. We are the 1 seed here in the East. You truly do love to see it, and it is the best record in the league. So, maybe a rematch. Saw Denver took the 1 seed there. Maybe a rematch of the 2023 NBA Finals. Tyler Hero still leading the way in the scoring department. Lowry Markkanen was a nice addition. Jimmy Butler, he's not really a regular season player. Let's be honest with each other. Bam Adebayo, Jaime Jaquez Jr., you got Jones, Ware, Clarkson, Porter Jr., and then Bamba. Rebounds per game were led by Bam, and assists was Jimmy once again. Okay, we are now facing a play-in team. Why is this a fucking play-in team? Come on, man. I know the Heat and Celtics always have a ton of fun matchups, but I don't want to face them here as a fucking play-in team. Okay, 2-2 right now. We go down 3-2. Go Game 7. The Celtics aren't a playoff team. Or a playing team, excuse me. I'm not even trying to pump the tires of my own franchise and the team that I love so dearly. There's no way that team is an 8 seed, especially with injuries off here in 2K. Like, you're telling me that all of these teams are, you know what, it's fine. Disappointing, right? You were the number 1 seed in the league, and you end up can't getting it done. I do not know why the Atlanta Hawks are so good, but SGA and the Thunder get it done here in year 2, and really disappointing ending to what was a great regular season, of course, and we have to consider a bunch of things moving forward. CP3, Harden, Steph Curry, all calling it a career. Staff retirements, Hall of Fame inductees. We'd look at jersey retirements. Yeah, man, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. It's a shitty way to. Oh, good, give the Thunder the number 1 overall pick. It's a shitty way to wrap up what was a really fun, positive season. So. Spoelstra's not in the hot seat just because he has damn near perfect ratings, and I truly do genuinely believe he is one of, if not the best head coaches in the world. We're not drafting anybody. Everybody here is going to be brought back. And now we have some decisions to make, right? There's a lot of different avenues and potential paths we can take because although we don't have a ton of draft picks, I still think there's a lot of flexibility and certainly some big decisions to make with this team. A deal here with the Chicago Bulls is going to land us Coby White. You can see the overall isn't crazy different from Tyus Jones. I do believe Coby White is a better player. He has an extra year under contract. This is really just a deal to try to switch things up a little bit, right? Get a new face in the starting 5. Hopefully things go a little bit different. So that is the trade we're going to make. I am not going to lie to you guys. I considered a few different trade offers for this man right here. I came to the conclusion that Miami Heat fans would probably somehow find a way to kill me. And so I did not end up pulling the trigger on a deal, but I will let you know in advance if we do not win a championship next season, it is going to be the final year that Jimmy Butler is here in Miami. So just wanted to put that out there, right? I think we have kind of given it our all, right? He has been here now for several years. We have clearly had enough talent, and we just haven't gotten it done. So there's nothing wrong with Jimmy. I'm not trying to shit on Jimmy. It's just the reality of a 36-year-old that is not getting better and is making a lot of money. So Kobe White's going to be my new starting point guard. We obviously have to figure out some backups in the backcourt. I think Mo Bamba could be a guy that I look to move as well. Now an expiring deal. Just seeing if there's any, relatively young pieces that are under contract. Kobe Jones, excuse me, not under contract. Dalton Connect, but there's no way I'm giving up a first. Johnny Furphy's here. Hasn't even played at all. Wow. Because I do want to stay relatively young. I see Terrence Mann also on a one-year deal. What is Furphy's contract? Does he have more years? Because if he does, I can certainly consider taking on him. He does not. All right. It's not a crazy difference. So let's just look at some backup options. Not great. I'm not going to lie to you. Clarkson could bring back, could also go after Bogdanovich. The problem is that both of them are just kind of old enough to the point where we're going to see some regression pretty much no matter what. We're going to go with Luke Kennard. A little bit more shooting is never going to hurt us. And now we just got to find a new backup point guard. So it's an unfortunate situation we have found ourselves in. Ty Jerome, I mean, holy fuck. Oh, the game's going to let me bring back Clarkson? All right, I'm being a grade A scumbag right now, and I'm going to trade Clarkson. Not my favorite thing in the world to do, but we are in a bit of a pinch, as they say. So Jordan Clarkson going to be shipped out. Spencer Dinwiddie, not exactly my preferred backup point guard. Oh, yeah, I'll take Isaiah Collier. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, Utah. All right, I will see you guys at the start of year number 3. It is officially now or never here in Miami for Jimmy Butler and the rest of this group. I have no want to absolutely blow this team up, but I do think we have finally reached a breaking point where it is now or never, to say the least. Kobe White's a new addition here. He is the one new change in our starting 5, Tyler Hero, who's actually been really solid for us so far throughout today's video. Jimmy Buckets, Lauri Markkanen, and Bam Adebayo. Clearly a talented enough 1 through 5 to win. It is all about just winning at the right time now. The unfortunate part of today's video is that Jaime Jaquez Jr. just really hasn't been able to find himself a starting role. He is somebody that I certainly want to get in the starting lineup, and he is definitely high enough overall to be in here, but it's unfortunate. Kel'el Ware is going to be my backup power forward, 18 minutes a night once again. Isaiah Collier in a 1-for-1 swap with the Utah Jazz, and then still got Mo Bamba and brought in Luke Kennard. So that's the team. Certainly a little bit more top-heavy than I would ideally like to be, but the talent is here. It's just about going out and winning the damn thing at this point. It just has to be the year. 67-15 here at the end of our 3rd season. Tyrese Halliburton is your MVP. I am ready to win, and I am ready to win now. Cameron Boozer is a wizard. He's your Rookie of the Year. Mr. Hardy, I always see him like 22 points a game. It's cool. Wemby takes his DPOY back after 1 season. Ace Bailey, most improved. John Morant, clutch player of the year. And Spoelstra, another coach of the year. Okay, let's hopefully go out and get a championship. Indiana, 161 games. We did have the best record in the league again. Okay, here are the numbers across the board. Hero, Markkanen, Butler, Adebayo. I mean, not a lot has changed here. A lot of these splits are pretty similar for the guys throughout the entirety of today's rebuild. So, us and the Knicks. Again, not my favorite first-round matchup. I don't know how Shaedon Sharpe ended up here, but he's here. No more Randall. No more Bridges, but still a talented team. So, not my favorite, but I will live. Give me the fucking Raptors. Come on. We're up 2-1 right now. We're up 3-1. We do end up closing them out in 5. We move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers here. They are good. There's no denying that. Johnny Davis, who's up to an 80 overall. Got Clint Capella here now. Jalen Tyson is the 7th man. All right, we are quickly 1-1. We go down 2-1. Okay, tie it up at 2-2. Big Game 5 victory. We close them out in 6. Now it is us and the Wizards. Okay, D'Lo, Suggs, Bay, Boozer, Alex Sarr, young, fun front court. Still got Kuzma, Bilal Coulibaly off the bench. They're good. I think we're better. Split the first 2 at home, win game 3 on the road and game 4. They do win 5, and we win in 6. We are now in the finals for the first time in this video. We are facing SGA, the defending champs here in the Oklahoma City Thunder, who somehow added Jaden Ivey, AJ DeMansta, Chet Holmgren. You got Daniel Gafford here now. Okay. Not my favorite matchup. They are definitely a good basketball team. We are down 2-1. Oh, my God. Okay, we do win that one. That's big. There's life. There's life. I'm not saying that, we are fully back, and this is a pretty good start to this game that we obviously have to win. Oh, my God. And we look at that 3rd quarter. How does that happen, right? Oh, my God. I do not want this game to be close because I suck at this game, and you all know that, and this is not the moment I want to hop in. Okay, we are now back here in Miami for a Game 7. Can we get it done on our home floor and win a championship? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just not the way. Not the way I wanted this one to end. So close. Not over. Okay. Well, I suck at this game. You all know that, but I will certainly give it my best shot. We have outscored the Thunder 35-23 here in the fourth quarter, which now means it is a 3-point ball game. I historically suck at this game. I am absolutely terrible, meaning I have to play pretty much perfect 2K for the first time in my life in order for us to have a... This is just ridiculous. I'm not going to play on ball D. I'm going to be a loser. An absolute loser. Can we... Hello? Let's go. All right. Jimmy Butler, I want you to have the basketball right now. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is why I don't play, right? This is why. This is the legitimate reason, because I get skull fucked by this Thunder dynasty that has 8 million draft picks, all the talent in the world, and just sad, man. It really is. Lowry, come give me a screen. Thank you. Oh, thank God. All right. 5-point game, just over a minute and a half left to go. I might just continue, bullshitting the pick and rolls because it's probably all I'm really good for right now. Off-ball defense is happening. It's the only possible way that I can actually contain Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who forces a little bit of a runner there. I am going to commit treason. There's no fucking way that just happened right now. That's a horrible shot. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I was thinking of like his shot against the Bucks, the Butler long shot, good, and I tried to recreate it. It didn't go well, obviously. Okay, this is not my favorite thing in the world. Markkanen, oh, he stuffs his shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Topic with the jump. Probably the dagger. Okay, let's just... where's our point guard, by the way, right? Is Bam not even in this game? Why would Bam Adebayo not be in this game right now? Can we get the ball in the fucking paint, please? Khalil? You are fucking shitting me. This game is so dumb. This game and their shot meter is such bullshit, right? I understand guys miss shots and they want the meter to be, more challenging to connect with when there's a, coverage on them and whatever, but that's bullshit. Like, guys hit open layups, right? I understand that. It's ridiculous. All right, this one is now a 4-point game with 23.1 left to go. That was obviously a big shot by Markkanen. I understand we're in a situation that's damn near impossible to come back from, considering we're playing the foul game at this point, but I am still going to give it one more shot. If they end up hitting 2 free throws, it's probably a... Whoa. That almost looked unnatural. If they hit 2 free throws... Oh, they're not in the bonus yet? Oh, well, they're out of timeouts, which I guess is good news, but Jesus, we're not wasting any time right here. Okay, they are now going to the free throw line. I think it's AJ Demancda. If he hits 2 free throws, the math is just, it's over. It's not going to happen. So I will try to shake the screen here. He ends up hitting the first one. Not really a big surprise. It's probably going to be over, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So AJ Demancda, come on, let's shoot the ball, man. Second free throw is up, and it is good. All right, I will try to... Okay, Otto took a timeout for me. I will try to put up a 3-point shot. If it goes, I guess we'll hang around, but I have a feeling that it is probably not going to go our way, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do here, man. I think Jimmy's got fucking 12. Hero puts up a 3. Doesn't go. Good night. Heartbreaking ending. Really, really sad and upset. SGA, your finals MVP. I know I said to open this season that if we don't win a championship, it's probably the end of the Jimmy Butler era, and that's certainly still possible, right? I could end up maybe making a trade that does include him in it. I'm not going to force the issue as much just because we were really, really close, and I still think we can get it done, and I really do want to try my best to get Jimmy a ring. We have a Chicago pick that's apparently projected to go number 9. 2K gods are on my side today, my friend. That is from the Kobe White trade. Oh my God. Wow. 9-1. That's insane. Obviously got to get Spoelstra back wherever the hell he is. No, just not here. Shit, did he retire? Oh, shit. Well, I will not be getting Eric Spoelstra back because he retired. All right, how about if we replace him with Steve Kerr as 16 other offers? I will also throw an offer out. Rick Carlisle wouldn't be the worst option in the world. Certainly not my first pick. And then I guess Underwood will be my final backup plan. All right, Kerr's not going to happen. Carlisle is going to now be the replacement, who is actually older than Steve Kerr, which is funny, but who cares? Steve Kerr, then Eric Spoelstra. Okay, number 1 overall pick. Obviously got a lot of luck involved in this one, and I'm very happy about it. I'm going to consider all of my options with this pick, including trading it. We also could draft somebody. Hang with me. I fully understand that Miami Heat fans are probably going to kill me. I am trying to think about this deal with logic, right? I'm not trying to think about this one with my heart. I'm trying to think about this one with my brain. And logic kind of tells me that not only is Jimmy Butler an expiring contract, I think there is a very strong possibility this is going to be his final year. I think he's probably going to retire after this season. So I am still going to try to bring the franchise a championship. It is just not going to be led by Jimmy Butler. It is a blockbuster deal going down here with the Golden State Warriors, who somehow employ Paolo Banchero. Not really sure how that happened, but Jimmy and the number 1 overall pick going to Golden State for Paolo and the number 4 overall selection. Now, Paolo's 24. He's a superstar. It makes all the sense in the world on paper. It just might be some Miami Heat fans are not too happy about it. So I get it. I understand the emotion involved in deals like this, but a 24-year-old superstar Paolo makes a lot of sense to me. So we are going to draft somebody at number 4 to hopefully be, a 7th, 8th man off the bench for us. Elijah Arenas is here. He's somebody I've drafted in the past, and he's clearly the highest rated prospect. So I'm just going to take him again. I know people don't like me taking guys in multiple videos, but he's a high overall, high-rated prospect. So Ware and Collier, going to be brought back. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is obviously an important piece. And as we look into free agency, we have 2 major ones. Tyler Hero would be the first, has no real contracts, and then Jaime Jaquez Jr. has no real contracts. So let's just pay both of them, bring them both back. Mo Bamba is going to take his talents elsewhere. We are going to now have to sign a new backup center, but we have improved this team, right, at least on paper. And in my opinion, this is a better team than what we had just a season ago. So let's just see my backup center options. They are not... Oh, Brandon Clark. I have Brandon Clark money? Okay, I will certainly take Brandon Clark. That's a possibility. Thank you very much. All right, one other thing I could consider here is maybe an attempt to upgrade our point guard spot. It's certainly not necessary, but if I do Kobe White, Luke Kennard, and a first in 2030, are there any really strong offers? See Lonzo here, not really. Derek White, I love my goat, D White. Not anything I'm seeing that's too strong, at least on paper. All right, ooh, Anthony Simons. I could easily move him to the point guard spot. I think I might do that. Do I? You know what? I am. I'm going to do that. It's a 1-year age difference. Also got multiple years. I'm doing that. All right, maybe Simons at the 1 isn't the best idea in the world, but I think it is going to be fine. I think he is an upgrade, in my opinion, over Kobe White, so I'm cool with it. And we also picked up Matisse Thybulle here, who maybe I can get a draft pick out of just because he's obviously not going to be in the rotation with 2 really great players ahead of him. So thank you very much, Philly. I will see you guys at the start of year 4. This offseason, 2 separate eras in Miami came to an end. First and foremost, Erik Spoelstra, who was obviously a vastly successful head coach in the NBA, won multiple championships with this franchise, and decided to hang it up. So all credit to Erik Spoelstra for what he did with this team. The second, obviously, being the Jimmy Butler era that never ended up in a championship. Unfortunate, but it is just the reality of the situation we found ourselves in. He was 37 years old, obviously regressing, and very well may end up retiring after the season. So made a trade, added ourselves one Paolo Banchero, who is a 24-year-old superstar, and is now going to lead the charge and hopefully lead this team to a championship. It is Anthony Simons, Tyler Hero, Paolo Banchero, Lauri Markkanen, Bam Adebayo. Bench unit still sucks. I can't get Jaquez into the starting 5, but he has really kind of filled his role really well. Obviously, Kel'el Ware, he got Isaiah Collier, drafted Elijah Arenas, then signed Brandon Clark. So in my opinion, this is the best team we've had so far. It is not even close, and hopefully this is finally the year that we don't have ending in heartbreak. Our first season post-Jimmy, post-Spo, ends with us tying the second best record in NBA history at 72-10. It is obviously a fantastic season. It is likely the best record in the league, and hopefully it's the championship time because I am itching for one. Another MVP for Luka. Tyron Stokes, your Rookie of the Year. I'm assuming they took him number 1 overall after we made the trade. Jarris Walker, once again, your 6th man. Wemby, once again, your DPOY. Liam McNeely, most improved. D-Mitch, clutch player, and Rick Carlisle, our new head coach. New man leading the helm is your Coach of the Year. Okay, it has to be it, right? We are far and away the best team in the league. We have got to lock it the fuck in and hopefully get this championship, because I don't really know what I'm going to do if we don't. I mean, I'm lost if I don't. I don't know if I can put a better team together. I don't. Charlotte here. LaMelo's fantastic. Guided Jaden Hardy, Brandon Miller, Tristan DeSilva here, Mark Williams, Jalen Johnson. And there's just no way this team's beating us. They're better than us at one starting position. Now moving on to probably one of everybody's favorite battles You know, when I consider NBA rivalries, I consider the Heat and the Celtics probably the biggest rivalry right now. I don't really know what else you would really consider rivalry. I guess maybe the Lakers and the Nuggets, but rivalries are supposed to go both ways. Maybe Joel Embiid in the second round of the playoffs. I don't really know what you want else to consider some of the best rivalries in all of basketball. So, quick 2-0 lead for us against the Celtics. We are up 3-0, and we end up sweeping the Boston Celtics. Now moving on to the Pacers. Obviously a fantastic foundation. Have swapped out Miles Turner with Walker Kessler. I feel like that would screw up a lot of how they actually like their play style almost, but that's fine. We now head into the East Finals, hopefully going back to the NBA Finals. Not a great start. We tie it up at 2-2, go up 3-2, do close them out in 6. It is now us in Luka Doncic in the Dallas Mavericks going at it here. Winner take it all. Still got Kyrie, Aaron Nesmith, Omax D Live. Got Mitch Robinson. How many fucking centers do you need? God damn. All right, we are quickly up 2-0. Go up 2-1. They tie it at 2-2. Oh my God. 2K. Game 7. It is Game 7, do or die. Here on our home floor, I am having deja vu and flashbacks that I am not enjoying very much. Oh my God. It is a back and forth contest. We are hopefully going to be able to hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We get it done. Holy shit, we get it done. They still give Luka Finals MVP. Those numbers and those splits in a 7-game series is insane. It's absolutely insane. This might be one of the, exceptions. I can see it. I have no problem, with it. It's fine. It's kind of funny just because, it doesn't really happen, but it is what it is. We made the right call. It sucks that Jimmy never is going to end up getting a ring, but he did end up retiring. So, you know what? If we, still ended up winning that ring, we'd still be in a tough position in this video, considering we have one more year and we obviously cannot just replace him. All right, draft lottery time. I don't think we have anybody else's pick, so we're not going to be getting lucky in the lottery again. Let's head up to staff signing. I'm still good with Spoelstra, with Carlisle. And we now head up to the NBA draft, where I think we have traded our first-round pick for 2028. We have not a lot of draft picks today, but that's fine. We're not going to make many major changes to this team heading into the final season. Obviously, want to get our guys back, but besides that, where's my first priority? Let me make sure I have the money to get Collier back as well, but obviously Kel'el Ware is first and foremost the biggest priority. This is his fucking video at the end of the day. So I'll also pay Collier if I have the money, and somehow I do. All right, I might make some minor changes, like could maybe upgrade Brandon Clark, but that is probably it. I'm happy with Collier and Arenas, so I don't know. Just for fuck's sake, is there anybody out here making $6 million? Could do a 1-for-1 swap with Goga. Hartenstein. Sure, why the hell not? See you guys at the rotation. Fresh off a championship, and oh boy, does it feel good to say that. Happy we ended up getting it done there in year 4. Obviously looking to repeat here as we enter year 5. Not a lot of major changes to this team. Simon's hero, Banchero, Marketing, who's now down to an 84 overall. I mean, I understand, he's 30 plus years old, but that's kind of insane. And then Bam still our starting center. Jaquez, great 6-man throughout the video. Just legitimately could not find a way to get him into the starting 5. Kel'el Ware, Isaiah Collier, Elijah Arenas, Isaiah Hartenstein. 1080 plus overalls, looking to go back-to-back. See you guys at the end of the final regular season. Not quite 72-10, but a great season nonetheless. We go 62-20. I'm assuming it was probably good enough for the 1 spot again, and hopefully it's back-to-back time. Luka Doncic, another MVP. Isaac Hayes, De'Aaron Fox now in Brooklyn. Not only is he in Brooklyn, he's also coming off the bench. All right. Zard Thompson, he's your depoy. Don't really ever see that. Cool. It's pretty much always just Wemby. Sometimes they throw Chet in there, but cool to see somebody outside those two. Hugo Gonzalez, most improved. Zion Williamson, who's now a Clipper. He's your clutch player of the year. And Logan Schmidt. All right, we did not have the best record in the league. Mr. Schmidt, who is leading the charge there in San Antonio, takes home coach of the year. All right, we are the ones in the East, which is obviously great. 360-plus win team, so going to be a battle no matter what ends up happening. It is Paolo Banchero, Simons. Feel free to pause. You guys know me. When I get to, year 5 in these videos, it just doesn't matter. All right, here goes nothing. Us in this... Run from it, hide from it, destiny arrives all the same. How is it fucking humanly possible that we are still facing this Celtics team here? Oh, good God, man. All right, up 2-1 against Boston. We go up 3-1, end up going to game 6, and end up closing them out in 6. Now the New York Knicks, who I believe we've beaten every single time we've faced them. So Jalen Brunson's probably getting pretty sick of us, but I'd like to put one more nail in that coffin, and we do just that. All right, us and the Brooklyn Nets. De'Aaron Fox coming off the bench because Nolan Traore's in there. Okay, good team. I don't really think they scare me a lot. They don't scare me at all. All right, we are taking on Darren Peterson in the Houston Rockets here in the NBA Finals. Amen Thompson, Peterson, Whitmore, Washington, Alperen Şengün, Okay, I think we're better. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this team should hopefully be going back-to-back. Up 3-1. No, my God, do not. Thank you. End up getting it done, and Paolo Banchero gets the Finals MVP instead of a guy in the opposing team this time. All right, well, this was the Kel'el Ware Miami Heat rebuild. Of course, did not get him into the starting lineup at any point throughout this video, which is, of course, a little unfortunate. But we put together a great team, a great product on paper. I do feel bad for the Miami Heat fans. I really want to see Jimmy get a ring, and, of course, I was not able to successfully do that today, but I did end up getting you 2 championships. That's a fun question. That is a fun question. I'll even up it to 3. Because I know how much the Heat fans love Jimmy Butler, and I know how much they really want to see him get a ring. Would you rather, Miami Heat fans? I'll do 2 because I think 3 is too much. Would you rather win hypothetically 1 ring with Jimmy Butler, within the next 3 to 4 years, whatever it's going to maybe, whatever, or would you rather win 2 rings within the next 3 to 4 years without Jimmy Butler? Just a hypothetical. I'm not sure who's replacing Jimmy Butler, whatever it may be. Just pretend. You win 3 rings next couple years. Or 1 with Jimmy. Would that 1 with Jimmy mean so much to you guys that it would be okay? I don't know. Obviously, I would say, if you asked me that with, Jason Tatum before he won a ring, I probably would have said Jason Tatum. So I get it. But I don't know. It's a fun question. I'm just spitballing. All right, man. This video has been long enough. Let me know any other rebuild ideas down below in the comment section. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.